Veve have announced the beta testing for the web app for certain individuals. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the web app, see what this truly means for the company, and some other announcements that have happened over the last few days that I'm really excited about moving forward. So let's get started. Welcome in everyone, my name is Andy and I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to come watch this video on the channel. Just before we get going, if you are enjoying the content and you want to support me further, you can hit that subscribe button, and if you want to support me further than that, you can join the membership. Okay, this is something we've been waiting for quite some time now. The web app is finally sort of in the beta testing stage. It's now going to some users, they're now testing it. Unfortunately, I've not got the web app. I'm not one of the beta testers, so I've not actually got video for you. I'm going to be using Foster's video as a sort of reference, so thank you again for giving me permission to use your video with that and actually show it to all the users here, just to give a little bit of an understanding of what it is, what we can discuss about it, and some of the things I'm really excited about moving forward with it. Some of you may be wondering, what's the big thing about the web app? Why is it that important? Why does it actually mean anything? Well, one of the biggest parts of all of this is purely based on the gem purchases alone. On the phone app at the moment, you can currently only buy, I think it's around 600 gems per day, and there's a maximum amount of transactions that you can do with the Apple and Google Play Store in each given week. So you can only really set a maximum amount of gems that you can actually implement. And to top that off, there are already still 30% cuts that Google and Apple both take in terms of transactions when you are purchasing on that app. Meaning Veve actually do incur a 30% cost as soon as you buy gems onto the app. And therefore for them, it's not a one-to-one conversion anymore, and they're instantly losing 30% of that transaction as soon as you purchase gems. But on the web app, that's going to work differently, because now when you actually purchase gems, Veve aren't going to have to incur that 30% that they're charging on the Google and Apple Play Store, meaning more of that money can go to expenses and potentially things that are actually going to push the business forward, rather than just instantly losing out on 30% of their income because of those fees. I don't actually get total confirmation yet on how many gems you can put on, or the maximum you can put on. Hopefully I can keep you updated on that over the next coming days if someone happens to put, like 50 grand in from their bank account. We still can't put in the likes of cryptocurrency or anything like that. I doubt we'll ever really be able to do that anyway. Once we can get the OMI to NFT, hopefully this pushes it forward and actually what it does. Let's have a little bit of a look at the web app, see what it looks like, see what it's sort of about. I'm going to be playing Foster's video sort of in the background as I'm talking here, and you're going to be able to actually see a little bit about what the web app looks like and what it is. Now, from the video, you can kind of see that it's just sort of a stretched version of the mobile app. You're able to see it, it's very clear, it's very, very well done, it's clean, it's simple, and you can see everything that you really need to see. When Foster scrolls down, you can obviously see some of the things that we can usually see on the mobile app, get the recently viewed, the brands, the comics, the collectibles, the drops, and all that sort of stuff. It really is just a simple version of the mobile version. It's expanded to fit the web version. This can sometimes be a lot more complicated than people often think when it comes to transfer and everything. I've created websites where you have to do it for tablet, iPhone, and the web app, and you have to kind of go through all of them and sort each individual area if it doesn't work. Now, I'm sure they're going to have to do a lot more than I had to do, and it already took me a long time, so I'm guessing this took a while. But here on the screen, you can see this lovely version of the page of what you can actually get. You can see the number of listings, the floor price of the newest collectible, you can see the drop date, the editions, the edition type, rarity, list price, license, brand, series, season. These are all things that we can usually see, and obviously can go in and we're actually going to be able to get the drops on the web app. And before, we've obviously talked about the things that you can do when it comes to the new drop system, where it's the drop raffle. We're going to be able to get into the queues from here, and this is where you're going to be able to do them. Now Foster goes onto the collection, and the showroom is one of the things that we are really excited for. Foster's obviously going through the sets right now. You can see the number of sets that you have, you can see your wish list, you can see the sets that you've already completed, and it goes through all of them. Again, it's just an expanded version of the mobile version, but the real reasons for these, and the reasons that I'm so excited for it, is because ease of use on the PC. A lot of us spend a lot of time on the PC. We've got the mobile version that is taking the 30% cut, the web app's no longer taking that, and also the PC's capabilities of making the showroom something that is generally good to look at and you actually enjoy to be there. So Foster actually enters the showroom here, and we can see just how well it is. It was so smooth when he was doing it. It was so smooth when he was running it, and he's got some collectibles in there. We'll skip a little bit ahead. Look how smooth that runs. My phone used to crash every time I went into the showroom, and now we can see it, we can move it, we can rotate it, just everything we can do in the mobile, but it doesn't actually crash this time. We can use it. It looks so good. It looks so well designed, and I'm hoping in the future, obviously when we develop new showrooms, we have new things that we can implement there, it will just look so much better, and it'll be something everyone will love to use. One of the biggest parts when it comes to community feel and being a part of this and being a part of the brand is sharing off what you own, what you have, and your identity. And with this, you can now take screenshots from Veve themselves. You can adapt it, you can increase the brightness, the noise. It's sort of like you're in a simple version of Photoshop where you can change some designs, you can put blurs in at certain places and really make it your own. And as I was saying about the community sort of feel, people want to feel like they belong to something and that they can share that experience with other people. The web app and with the vault actually running smoothly will help you do just that, and that's something I'm extremely excited for. Currently right now, the feed is under development. Now, the feed is something we've made a full dedicated video on how they can actually make Veve a social app, and this is something I really want to see. So if you want to watch that full video where I talk about that, I'll leave it up in the cards. I'll hopefully find the video that is exactly what I'm trying to talk about, but the feed is something I want to see more of. We can talk with other collectors, we can talk with people. I want to see things like DMs. I want to see something like your own profile feed. I want to see things where you can see your followers and what they're actually posting rather than everyone. I want to see those developments happen because I really think Veve could be a great social platform for these licensed brands and NFT collectibles, and you can have the biggest partners on this have their own pages posting on Veve about their drops that are upcoming, connecting with their audience through this Veve app and actually helping them do so. So the feed is under development at the moment. I'm really hoping they change that, adapt it, and really push it forward over the next few years. I know that's going to take some time to do. If they can get good developers in to help run that, then this could be a real big catalyst when it comes to the social aspect of what Veve are trying to offer. Next up, Foster goes into the market to show us what it is. Again, so simple. It's so well done. It's really clean. It's smooth. It happens fast. You don't have to wait a long time. This is going to be interesting to see about the likes of sniping on the market. I need to test it myself in order to see how good this is, to how smooth it runs. Usually on the phone app, it updates at certain times. There was a few tricks when it came to purchasing things at the floor price, how to do it. So I will be trying to keep you updated on how to be faster when you're maybe on the PC. For me, I believe I will be faster on the PC when it comes to that sort of stuff. Obviously, I have to test that first to see it. You can go into the collectibles, you can sort for rarity, you can sort for the brand, the date listed, and all that sort of stuff. Just the stuff that we can actually do on the mobile app again. But it looks really clean, it looks really well done, and it's something I'm excited to see. Now, this part was the final part that Foster showed us, and this was the profile. Now this looks brilliant. It's really well done. You can see your gem balance, Omi balance, profile likes. You can see your follower sets, how many you're following, and then when you're a member since. I think this is a great addition, just adding on a little bit more personality to what Veve is, what the profile is, what it stands for, and so much more. So I really did like this addition. I really like the way that this was run, and obviously we can see the about page and all that sort of stuff just that we can already do, and we can see what we're showing off within our profile. Here you can see all of your sets that you actually have. Foster has 86 full sets, which is just putting me to shame with my 12 or something. It really is incredible to see what they've done and what they're pushing forward with. Stuck to this deadline so far that they have said when it came to the web app. Let's hope we get the full access to the web app by the end of May-ish time, and we can see what goes on with that. This is something I am really excited for, and I think it's just going to give people an easier in to what Veve is. Some people might not have a phone, but they have their PC at home. Some people can't go for the drops in their workplace because they're only on their laptop or PC. The web app might allow them to do that. This is going to bring more people in, as it's so easy to just click a link, go onto the Veve web app itself, look around and have your stuff there rather than going onto your phone. Me personally, I don't use my phone as much as my PC. I will 100% be using most of Veve on my web app now, and I'm sure there's a lot of you who are like me who doesn't really have social media on their phone, they use it on their PC because that's where they do their work. Of just using apps in general, I don't like to use my phone that much. I don't like to have it out all the time, but when I'm on my PC, I'm usually doing work, I'm usually doing my own stuff, and that's a great way for me to get addicted to what Veve is, and something that they're obviously trying to do to bring in more users. Overall, I think this is a great start, giving beta usage to a lot of the sort of OGs or a lot of the people who are extremely active in the community. There's of course some people who didn't get access to it. I know a fair few YouTubers who didn't as well, and that's okay. It's not to say that it's a bad thing. Just chose people to test this out. It's not like a be-all end-all if you didn't get it, so don't worry too much. I am really excited to see what Veve are going to be doing moving forward and what they're actually going with as this progresses. One thing I really would like to see, and some of you would obviously notice that I've been doing some videos on Hero recently. Now Hero have things like the leaderboard as well as the things that you can get when it comes to daily rewards. Now there's no actual daily rewards that you're getting, but you're still claiming that you've logged in, that you've sold something on the market, you've purchased something on the market, you've made a trade and all that sort of stuff. They have said things are coming, but I think Veve could implement this easily in relation to their MCP program. I think this could help you climb the ladders of the levels. I think this could help give you some bonus rewards for certain things brands that are Veve exclusive, so it doesn't actually have to be from a brand. And I think this is just a way to reward users for coming back and using their app on a consistent basis. This is what we're trying to do, to retain users on the app, to grow that user base, and to keep them coming back. That's what we're wanting. That's how you build a true brand and a loyal following. Veve already really has that. There's not many brands out there that I see that are still pushing for Veve what it is, a year and a half-ish of when it's actually been released. There's a lot of people who are dedicated to this app and want to see it truly succeed because they are partnering with the biggest brands in the world, and I am one of those people. So by implementing these things to reward the user for continuing to come back is something I definitely want to see them implement. I'd mentioned at the start that I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that have been happening over the last few days with Veve that I'm really excited about. And one of the main ones was definitely the AMC announcement of the Jurassic Park NFT that you're going to get by going to one of the AMC theaters, scanning your card, and watching the new Jurassic Park movie that's going to be coming out soon. You can see here that AMC theaters announced that Jurassic Park to be the first to witness the Jurassic World on the June 9th. Get your tickets now and you'll receive an exclusive collectible NFT from Veve themselves. Now obviously Veve retweeted this. There's some things on the site about it all and what it actually entails. So again, this is such a great addition to what Veve are doing and the abilities of what the brands are able to do to promote their movie even further. You're getting people in the Veve app by giving them a free NFT by going to see a movie they probably love, and Jurassic Park as a brand. There are massive companies that are in Veve that could do so much more when it comes to that. You've got an absolute umbrella of Disney companies that are involved in this, and hundreds of others that are outside it, including DC, that are going to be releasing big movies over the next coming years. If we can implement promo codes, which we've already seen implement into the app, as well as things for movies, events, sports, fashion, and so many other things that we could actually do, you are bringing in a new user base from all these different areas to formulate over fans of Veve. We've discussed this in many videos before, where most companies have that one area where you're bringing in people from that area and then they have to become loyal fans from that space. But Veve are bringing in people from Coca-Cola, from Disney, from DC, from Pixar, from DreamWorks. You know, there's so many different areas that they're bringing them into the core of Veve and what it is. And if you can keep them there and reward the people for being here, consuming this space, implementing strategies and watching content and all that sort of stuff, you're creating a brand that people want to be a part of, that people feel like they're a part of. And this is one of the ways to do that. They're using these big brands to really leverage their position and help people actually get involved in what NFTs are in probably the best way that they can. We've talked about gas before, where the environmental impact of NFTs, Veve doesn't really have that. They're carbon neutral, not carbon zero, but they are carbon neutral and use significantly less energy when it comes to any NFT transaction. This is really about the collectors of the biggest brands in the world, and these people should get involved if they do enjoy that sort of thing. I want to see more of this. I want to see more things happen when it comes to movies being releases, when it comes to TV shows that are happening, when it comes to airdrops that are going on, when it comes to just giving back to the user who are really enjoying what this is and getting them to come back time and time again. I've said that Veve's always been a long-term play for me, as I truly believe in their success over the next 2 to 5 years, and hopefully beyond that as well. That does come down to the customer base and who they actually keep over that length of time. And by doing so, we need to make sure that the business is moving forward and they are continuing to actually work on the promises that they are given in regards to obviously their aims for quarter 2, 3 and 4 of this year. There's one thing I really do want to see, and there's a new Kung Fu Panda, I think, movie or series coming out in like June or July. We've had Kung Fu Panda from the start. I want Kung Fu Panda NFTs. I want to complete them all. I want Master Oogway. I want Po. And that's it. It's one I've been desperate for so long, and there's something that is actually happening that could give this light. Please release it. But I want to hear your thoughts on the web app itself and something like this AMC announcement. Is it something you're really excited for? Do you want to see Veve doing something else? Be sure to let me know down below. I know the video on the screen right now will be something you'll love to watch. Have a fantastic day.